Hi there, this is Pamela Biasca-Losada. Now, as we continue this series on boundaries, it's important to keep in mind that sometimes we face boundary-related challenges. Now, a common one, for example, is when people push back on the new limits we set with them. Why does this happen? Now, oftentimes boundaries can make people uncomfortable. Now, usually this discomfort comes from people who don't feel they can set boundaries themselves, or maybe from those who have benefited from you having poor boundaries. Now, unfortunately, this can become clear when you start growing, changing, and making your life healthier overall. Now, maybe you've experienced this before and wondered how to address it. Or maybe you've been setting your boundaries recently and think you might need to enforce them in the future. Now, whatever your situation, it's important to keep in mind that your boundaries are not a democracy. They aren't up for debate. So, how do you respond when someone pushes back on your boundaries? How can you enforce them and draw a line in the sand in a way that works for you? Now, here are some ways to consider. Now, get clear on what's happening. Well, this does mean having empathy for the other person. It also means being open with them about how they are making you feel. Now, take stock of the situation and what's been said and respond accordingly. Also, walk away or end the conversation if the interaction reaches a point where arguing or getting nowhere, or the other person is proving either unable or unwilling to hear you. You have the right to walk away. Now, remember, this isn't rude, it's self protective. And also be firm, even if you're uncertain, speaking in a strong voice and maintaining eye contact with the other person will help you feel more confident. If you're having a text or email conversation, stick to a few talking points so you don't get derailed. And finally, affirm yourself. After the conversation ends, take some time to validate yourself, either on your own or with someone you trust. Remember, you're not wrong for asserting yourself, even if someone has tried to make you feel that way. Also, remember that people don't always get it right away. So there's no need to justify, defend, or maybe explain yourself in hopes that it will get through. If the other person expresses a desire to understand your boundary, that's a different situation. Now, that's it for today. I'll be sharing one more video about boundaries before we end this series. Have a wonderful rest of your day or evening, and take care. Bye bye.